spotty. I did it in my hand. It wasn't great. But, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today, a special tribute to a mutual, I don't want to say hero because I don't like that word, but just somebody we both mutually admire, the great Christopher Hitchens. Today we drink what is reportedly his favorite cocktail. So we're going to get right into that. But if you don't know who Christopher Hitchens is, he was a writer, a polemicist, a lecturer, a speaker, just an all-around debater, an all-around public intellectual who passed away in 2011 and is sorely missed but left a wonderful legacy. Reportedly, his favorite cocktail was Johnny Walker Black with some sparkling water of some type. He usually said Perrier, but we're going to use San Pellegrino today. So that's it. Let's jump into it. Let's have a tribute to Christopher Hitchens.
Christopher Hitchens. When Dr. Samuel Johnson had finished his great lexicography, the first real English dictionary, he was visited by various delegations of people to congratulate him, including a delegation of London's respectable womanhood who came to his parlour in Fleet Street and said, "Doctor, we congratulate you on your decision to exclude all indecent words from your dictionary." And he said, "Ladies, I congratulate you on your persistence in looking them up."
Why don't you take something away from people, from 95, that gives meaning to 95% of the American people, and replace it with something that gives meaning to just 5% of the American people?
Well, what an incredibly stupid question. First, I've said repeatedly that this stuff cannot be taken away from people. It is their favorite toy, and it will remain so, as Freud said in The Future of an Illusion, it will remain that way as long as we're afraid of death and have no problem, which is, I think, likely to be quite a long time. Second, I hope I've made it clear that I'm perfectly happy for people to have these toys and to play with them at home and hug them to themselves and so on and share them with other people who come around and play with the toys. So that's absolutely fine. They are not to make me play with these toys. Okay? I will not play with the toys. Don't bring the toys to my house. Don't say my children must play with these toys. Don't say my toys might be a condom. Here we go again. Are not allowed by their toys. I'm not going to have any of that.
We have a number of questions, curiously enough, about your favorite things. One wants to know things you can't live without when traveling. And one well-informed audience member, of course, wants to know what your favorite whiskey is.
Well, I don't see what the difference between the two questions.
Is this your urine sample?
It's my dope substance.
No. Chris, I love you because, you know, for years, people have been coming out on talk shows with alcohol and hiding it. Not you.
Not I.
They, like, put it in a cup like this. Chris is proud. He's like, this is scotch, fuck you. Look.
All right, guys, so it might have given you a little bit of an idea of who the great Christopher Hitchens was. I've heard some people call this little cocktail the Hitch slap. I just prefer to call it the Hitch. It's just the Hitch. Fun fact, my first scotch ever was Johnny Walker Black Label. And we're going to get the opportunity to try something with the Perrier. So his prescription was some Johnny Walker Black, no ice, and a splash of sparkling water / Perrier. My assumption here is that the bubbles will open it up some and give you that effervescent, wonderful smell. As far as proportions, how much scotch and then how much Perrier wasn't really specific. I think that just kind of gets down to your particular palate and what you like. But obviously the more you add, the more it's going to water it down. There's also the question of temperature. Our San Pellegrino is cold, but our Johnny Walker, of course, is not. So that's also a personal preference. I'm sure you could do this with just warm water, couldn't you? All right, so I've never had this, but like I said, Johnny Walker Black Label, my very first scotch.
You're a great one.
You're a Black Label fan, though.
Big fan.
Absolutely.
And I like sparkling water, so.
Yep, yeah, right.
Seems like a good match.
Who doesn't like sparkling water?
Yeah.
Savage if you're not. Johnny Walker Black, the great Christopher Hitchens called it Johnny Walker's Amber Restorative. So he also looked at it as a bit of a medicine. So, to the great Hitch.
The Hitch. That's nice.
That is very nice. Man, I can see why he liked that. Yeah. It does open up the smell a little bit.
And it doesn't distort the greatness of the black at all.
Not too much. Not too bad.
Takes black, gives it some refreshing qualities.
Yes,
You know? Gives it a
absolutely.
little bubbly.
Absolutely.
Love it. Good to see one of my heroes' drinks is good.
A lot of famous whiskey drinkers out there, I think, in the intellectual capacity, the intellectual community, whatever you want to call it. Hitch was probably the most famous. He was not just a drinker, but a frequent drinker. I believe he liked to start somewhere around lunch. So, I am a big. I would do this again.
Absolutely.
I would do this again.
Yeah.
All right, closing this out. Highly suggested. This is like a great little cocktail to have on a regular basis. But favorite Hitchens moment.
Oh my gosh. Man, you go first. There are a lot.
Yes, I did love very much his debate with the Reverend Al Sharpton. Al Sharpton was not intellectually prepared for what he was coming up against,
Right.
or exactly in the same league as what he was coming up against. So that was a great moment. His Q&As were always fantastic. My favorite book that he wrote is actually a small literary commentary called Why Orwell Matters. So out of all the things, of course, he was great in person and as a speaker because he was so clever and well-spoken and had the ability to recall information probably unseen. I will say my favorite moment is the book, Why Orwell Matters. It's a fantastic little book.
All right, so I have two. The first is maybe not a moment, but something he would often say when criticizing the religious types. He would make kind of a metaphor to a celestial North Korea.
Yes.
And he would say, at least in North Korea, you can effing die.
Yes, you can effing die.
Which always got a great applause from the audience. I thought that was great. He always did it very poignantly. You know, he never let that one go to waste. And then the second was when he was on, he was on Bill Maher's show, and he was talking about how it was during the Bush years, and he said it's become the stupid people joke to suggest that their IQ is greater than the president's, or something like that. And he said, none of whom are actually smarter than the president. And as you can imagine, Bill Maher's audience
did not like
drowned him out in booze, and he gave him the finger.
Yeah, he did. He had his ideas. He could defend them, and could tell you why he believed something. He didn't just vomit talking points and the popular politics of the day. He was very much his own thinker.
Right. Absolutely.
So in closing, thank you very much. If it's your first time here, don't forget to go down and subscribe, maybe even ring that bell to be notified when new videos come out. This has been a lot of fun. This is The Hitch, Johnny Walker Black Label, Little Sparkling Water, and cheers.
Cheers, guys.